sorrow. Where am I going? Forward. My history, I come from an abusive home. By the time I was 15, I'd been shot twice, stabbed, almost drowned twice, several times held down and burned with bacon grease for punishment. Many, many more. I lost my sight when I was 14 through domestic violence. My brother and I, the night before I lost my sight, had gotten in a fight. And I, being the younger brother, was not the little brother. This always bothered him that I was bigger, faster, and stronger. And that night when we fought, I had knocked him out. The next day when I came home from school, I came up the driveway and I heard a gunshot and I felt it hit me in the arm and leg. It was an old antique bird shotgun. You got to be within 15 feet for it to break your skin. But it did break the skin, and it was quite painful, but not debilitating. I went in and was cleaning it up. My brother came in and he looked at it. And he says, "Oh, it's not that bad. You made it sound worse." And I asked him what he meant. He said, "Well, I thought I'd either beat the shit out of you or shoot you." I said, "Well, I love you too." He had the gall to ask me not to tell my mom and dad. I thought, yeah, how do we do that? So about 20 minutes after that, I was talking to him, and he thought he was being funny. And he pulled the safety pin on the gun, and he pointed at me, and he said, "Well, maybe we ought to finish you off." I looked up. Sun was in my left eye. I saw the barrel shining at me in the sunlight, glistening, and it went off. And it shot me in the face. The pellets shredded my eyes. Fortunately, being a weak gun, it did not cause any facial damage. It had only shredded my eyes and taken a little bit of hearing. So, then started my journey. They sent me to the School for the Blind in Ogden. First time I'd been away from home. And it was absolutely a different experience because all of a sudden there was structure. There was order. I was a star. It was wonderful. I learned how to travel. I learned Braille. I moved on. I wanted to go to public school, and the professional said, "Well, no, blind people don't go to public school." I said, "Well, I want a degree like everybody else." And they told me blind people don't need that. Well, I fought it, and I won it. I went to Highland High School. I completed 4 years of studies in 2 years, graduating with a 3.49 GPA. Then I went to go to college. Blind people don't go to college. You can't do it. So I again fought, and I went to college, up to the University of Utah. It was a wonderful experience, Afterwards, I taught preschool and reading comprehension at a junior high school. I then moved on because I knew education and teaching kids, and especially junior high kids, was not where I was going to be. Not my forte. So I then went on and I opened up a couple of concession stands in federal buildings with a program for the blind for business. Did that several years. Decided the food business isn't what I wanted. I sold it all off, went on a mission for the LDS Church, which everybody told me I couldn't do that. Came home, went back to the U in public relations. I then finished that and worked for UTA. UTA and I had our partings, and I went to Denver for a year and did further training. Cane travel, computers now, Braille. I then decided I wanted to live my dream. Massage therapy is what I always wanted to do. So I came back and I fought to go to school. They told me they wouldn't send me to school because blind people couldn't make a living in massage therapy. So I went to massage school. After massage school, I worked a little bit, but I got tired of being the first one fired and the last one hired because of being blind. Went out, started my own practice. I've been doing it for 13 years. I told them I was either going to succeed or starve trying. And obviously I haven't starved. My whole idea is we are what we want to be. And if we want to do it, we can do it. And my message today is, as we leave here, don't let those curmudgeons get in the way and discourage us by telling us what we can and cannot do. Because we can do what we want to do, and we don't have to do what we don't want to do. Let's go out in the world and let's succeed in what we want to do and become successful. And not fear success, but embrace it and love it. That is who I am. I am David Sorrell, a successful massage therapist that's living my dream and moving forward into the future. Where am I going? Anywhere that is successful. Thank you.